lumaki ako na na hindi naman priority yung faith.
Faith is all about trusting God enough to follow Him kahit na hindi mo nakikita yung buong picture.
Nanay ko namatay due to cancer. Kung kailangan mo malaman lahat ng bagay na nangyayari, you're becoming your own God.
Faith is really a decision that you make for yourself.
Yeah.
It's something that nobody can decide
For you.
para sa'yo on your behalf.
Yeah.
It's just you.
Faith isn't just for Sundays, it's lived every day, in real moments that shape who we become. Here at Faith in Real Life podcast, we share real stories and honest conversations about faith. The wins, the losses, the joy, and the mess, all centered on walking with Jesus. Real conversations, real life, real faith in Jesus. This is Faith IRL.
Hi guys! May surprise kami para sa inyo. Meron kami bagong podcast. Yan, palakpakan pa tayo. Okay, ang pangalan po ng podcast natin ngayon is Faith IRL. So, Faith IRL. Marlene, ano yung IRL?
Faith, I'm running late. Kasi 'di ba kapag late ka na, kailangan mong magkaroon ng faith na aabot ka pa. So, tsaka ang ganda ng rhyming. Faith, I'm running late.
Oo nga.
Ganda 'di ba?
Ang galing mo dun. Ang galing mo dun. Oh, pero mali. Pero mali. It's Faith in Real Life.
Oh.
Yun yung pangalan ng ano
sounds
natin.
Good. Faith in real life.
Oh, di ba? Ang galing, no? Ang galing na nakaisip nun. Pero, sige, wag natin patagalin, no? Meron tayong dalawang special guest ngayon. Not isa, pero dalawa. Pero, sige, let's start. I'm Ian.
And I'm Marlene, and welcome to Faith IRL.
Yeah.
So first, we'd love to introduce to you the guy behind this idea, none other than Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome.
Hi everyone, I'm super grateful na nandito ako today kasama kayo. And excited ako para sa project na ito. Faith IRL.
Isang karangalan. No? And hindi lang si Eric ang nandito, pero we have our pastor advisor, Pastor Josh.
Ayan, hello everyone. Super glad to be a part of this. So let's talk about real faith and what this podcast is all about.
Okay. Thank you Kuya Josh, Pastor Josh. Sige, di ko na papatagalin, no? Ako magsisimula muna ako kay Pastor Eric. So, the man, the myth, and the legend, no?
Grabe naman.
Oo, ganun talaga. Pero, ako personally kilala kita, bro, Eric, na videographer ka, you do photography, and nagdo-drums ka rin sa church, no? Pero mostly, yung role mo dito sa mga media, you're behind the scenes, you're the man behind the camera. Pero, can you siguro provide some insight sa mga natin, sa mga nakikinig? Paano nagsimula to, or paano nagkaroon ng idea na magkaroon ng podcast?
Ayun. First of all, gusto ko pong pasalamatan si Marlene, si Ian, and si Pastor Josh for saying yes sa project na ito. Pero hindi naman matutuloy itong project na ito kung hindi kayo nag-yes. Kaya thank you. And hindi ko na exactly maalala yung time kung kailan ako nagkaroon ng desire na magkaroon ng podcast. Pero every time na nag-scroll ako sa social media and nakikita ko yung mga content na hindi na helpful sa society. So, laging natitrigger yung thought na sana magkaroon din ng ganitong ako personally magkaroon ng podcast na kung saan magkakaroon tayo ng usapan patungkol sa Diyos, makapagbigay ng liwanag sa mga tao. Kasi, di ba, yun nga, sa social media, yung mga content ay, yung iba malalaswana, yung iba hindi na talaga, yung cyberbullying, tapos sobrang kaya nagdudulot ito ng depression sa mga tao. And yun, kaya yun yung dahilan kung bakit gusto ko talaga magkaroon ng podcast. And as believer of Christ, we are called to be salt and light sa mundong ito. And isa yun sa mission natin. And yun. And Pastor Josh encouraged me na i-push na talaga ito. Chat kami niyan. And yan, ito na.
Ito na.
Ito na yung
kayo.
Super thank you.
Thank you din. Thank you din for inviting us. Pero above everything else, di ba, we're partnering with Jesus. Para, hindi lang para sa atin to, no? We're not pushing our own agenda. Pero wala talaga yung dinadala ni Jesus sa buhay natin.
Exactly.
Amen. Ako din, pag nanonood din ako ng, kung nag-scroll ako, napapansin ko lang na lahat ng bagay may podcast. Napapansin. Ako usually yung pinapakain ko sa basketball or madami na sa faith. Pero napansin ko lahat na, pati sa pagluluto, sa mga balita, lahat may podcast, no? Pero it's a good thing na meron din tayo, may sarili din tayo. Meron tayong step sa door sa ano na yun.
And just to add lang din, kasi hindi naman na to yung parang bago na tayo lang merong podcast na yung about faith. Pero gusto ko lang din maging bahagi tayo nun ng ganong kilos na mag-contribute tayo dun sa pag-win ng mga tao dito sa social media. Ma-share yung goodness ng Lord through that social media.
Thank you, Brother Eric. And siguro si Pastor Josh, siguro anong masasabi mo sa bakit kailangan ng nakikinig or bakit kailangan ng viewers ng ganitong klaseng discussion, ganitong klaseng discourse?
Tayo kasi mga Pilipino, no? We have malalim yung natin, religious roots natin. We have a history with our beliefs, even yung tradition natin and culture natin. Talagang embedded talaga yung faith sa pamumuhay natin. Kahit na modern na yung times, even if marami ng youth, marami ng bagong generation na hindi ganun ka, let's say, hindi nila na-carry over yung traditions, di ba? Still, nandun malalim yung yung ugat ng faith sa mga buhay natin. It actually influences how we raise our children, how we do the work that we do, yung businesses natin, even yung daily life natin, di ba? And I think it's a good time, it's a good season to talk about such things. Kasi, to be honest, if we're just going to stick to reality, meron talagang gap between yung genuine faith that Jesus talks about in the Bible and yung faith na pinapakita or nakikita sa buhay ng mga tao. Right? Meron talagang gap. And we're not saying that it's something bad or it's something na hindi okay, but it's something that we want to talk about. Diba? Kasi I do believe that we have a lot of people, we have believers in Jesus na talagang nakita. It shows in their lives, it shows in their stories kung ano yung transformation, ano yung power ng faith na nagawa sa buhay nila. And that's something that we would like to share to everyone in the context ng Pilipino tayo, pare-parehas tayo, di ba? And hopefully in the future, if the Lord will allow us, of course, not just sa setting natin locally, but also to the world. Diba? Everyone is unique. Everyone has unique stories, and that speaks about yung greatness ni God. Diba? No matter how you think you're different, how you think you're iba ka or you don't belong, actually God has prepared a unique story for each and every one of us, so that yung faith natin sa Kanya won't be just like a label, but a lifestyle.
Gusto ko yung sinabi mo, Kuya Josh, kasi parang napapansin ko yung mga tao or new believer, parang hindi ako yung faith, yung naranasan ng isang Christian or isang brother or sister. Grabe yung naranasan, grabe yung transformation niya. Bakit hindi nangyari sa akin? Or gusto ko yung sinabi mo na it looks different per person.
Yeah.
So, ang hirap i-compare. Yung pinagdaanan ko, parang nangliliit, no? Compared sa mga narinig kong mga stories. No? Pero gusto ko yung sinabi mo na it looks different.
Yes.
And hopefully dito sa podcast natin, we can share stories na yung faith is different per person, it's different per testimony.
Right.
So, ayun, magandang avenue siya na marinig yung mga stories ng bawat isa. And alam ko naman, meron din kayong stories, no? Siguro we can share more soon.
Sige.
Ayan. Thank you, Kuya Josh.
Ayan, so ang goal natin dito sa podcast is very simple. Is to share stories about faith and how real God is. So, Eric, in one sentence, tell us why we're here.
For me, nandito tayo para ipakita na ang Diyos ay totoo. At yun, aktibo siya sa ating pang-araw-araw na buhay. Kumbaga, hindi siya yung Diyos na nandun lang in the past, 2,000 years ago. And He is still alive and do something great sa buhay natin.
Ayan. So, sabi mo na gusto nating ipakita na yung faith
Yes.
ay parte siya ng pang-araw-araw. So, para sa'yo, what does faith as a lifestyle look like in your daily routine? Like, paano mo siya, practically, paano mo na-i-incorporate sa daily life mo yung faith?
Para sa akin, yung pagising mo sa umaga, magpapasalamat ka sa Panginoon. Yun. Thankful ka kasi nagising ka. And yung job mo, thankful ka din. And me as a family man, meron din akong wife and 2 daughters. I'm so thankful sa life nila. And everything na meron ka, magpapasalamat ka. And even yung mga hardest moments, mga challenges mo sa buhay, thankful ka din kasi alam mo mag-grow ka doon, alam mo kasama mo ang Panginoon. And hindi lang, yung faith hindi lang to yung pang-Sunday, rituals.
Yeah.
It's from Monday to Saturday till Sunday. It's a everyday thing din talaga. Yun yung faith para sa akin. Inuuwi natin yung faith. After natin na mag-church, apply natin siya. Yung para sa akin.
May tawag yata dun bro yung Transformers. Diba? After nung Sunday, nagta-transform sila. Siguro si Kuya Josh, anong itsura ng faith sa'yo sa pang-araw-araw?
Simple lang din, no? It's following Jesus. Kasi faith is not just about believing that God exists. Even demons believe that. Lagi mong naririnig yun kay Eric, parang nag-share, kahit mga demons, they believe in God. But faith is all about trusting God enough to follow Him kahit na hindi mo nakikita yung buong picture. You don't see the big picture, but you trust in God who sees the bigger picture. So it's having this conscious choice to trust in the Lord. Gusto ko yung pagkasabi or yung pagka-bigkas, let's say, how it's verbalized dun sa Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1. Sa The Message na version, mababasahin ko dito. Sabi niya dito, the fundamental fact of existence is that this trust in God, this faith, is the firm foundation under everything that makes life worth living. It's our handle on what we can't see. Yan siya. So, kung naiintindihan natin kung gaano kalalim yung pagmamahal, yung ginawa ni Yesu Cristo sa atin, para sa atin, nag-iiba yung kung paano natin tinitignan yung kasalanan. How we see sin, how we see yung evil in the world, and because of that, the way that we live our lives daily, nagbabago din. Kasi naiintindihan natin eh. And habang naniniwala tayo sa kapangyarihan ng cross na magalis ng kasalanan, doon din natin, we slowly realize na yung pinaka-solid at genuine way to live our lives is by following Jesus. The one who truly set us free in all of our decisions, about decision and choices natin daily. So, if I look back at my life, of course, I'm not perfect. I have made a lot of choices that I'm not proud of. No one can say, diba, that they are perfect, and most likely we each have all of our stories now of our own shortcomings. And just to share a little bit, if you'll allow me, I was born in a Christian family. So in fact, my father was a pastor. My mother is also a pastor, and it's medyo nung umpisa, meron akong ideal no, na view of what Christianity is, of what faith in God looks like. Because of the way that I saw kung paano nilive out ng parents ko yung faith nila. But as I grew older and as I understand that the Lord is powerful, He is great, He is full of love, I began to question yung sinasabi ng Bible that we're supposed to be blessed, we're supposed to be taken care of, di ba? The way that you interpret things literally, yung promises ng Lord. Nakita ko yung disconnect. Yung life namin, wala namang work yung dad ko, no? We are, let's say, hindi ganun ka okay yung financial circumstance namin. And so, I had these doubts in my head as I grew older, lalo na nung puberty. Remember puberty? Dumangkilat doon. Parang totoo ba to? Is it, is this kind of faith worth living for, na pati kami, mga anak nila, are affected, di ba? Parang if God is really who He says He is, but why won't God bless us? Especially if my parents are serving, the King of all Kings, the Lord of all creation. So bakit ganon? May disconnect, di ba? And that kind of questioning, that kind of questions in my head, literally, it led me to a lot of things. Not just to doubt yung faith na meron ako or yung faith na inumpisahan ng mga parents sa akin, but also to really prepare my heart to seek, deeper. So I don't think it was an accident na pinagdaanan ko yung mga choices ko in the past, especially when I was younger. Because the Lord led me to that place. Okay, this faith is not about how awesome your life is. Right? It's not about how blessed you are. Faith is something more than you, more than ourselves. Actually, you get to the point where you realize na you can't live without God. Ganun lang siguro. I will stop there for now.
Habang kinapwento mo yung Kuya Josh, pati kanina na-imagine ko lang si Job. Diba si Job, ang dami nangyari sa kanya, kinuwalatan sa kanya possessions and what have you. And di ba nakakapagtaka, hindi nasagot kung bakit nangyayari yun.
Yeah.
Parang sinabi mo kanina, Kuya, na faith is parang still holding on without seeing the full picture. Sa Book of Job, hindi naman sinagot kung bakit nangyari mga ganun nangyari sa kanya . And lang, it's just parang kumakapit lang sa yung life itself. Naka-anchor tayo doon kay Jesus. Naalala ko din yung sa akin. May ganyan din akong mindset ng bata ako, actually, Kuya. Nung ako po, siguro kung merong valley sa makikita ko sa buhay ko. Yung namatay yung nanay ko. Yung sa mga hindi nakakaalam. Yung nanay ko namatay due to cancer. And nung time na yun, Christian din ako, nagsiserve din ako. Sabi ko, dapat idealistic. Dapat perfect, dapat immune ako sa lahat ng mga problema sa mundo. Pero hindi ganun yung buhay. Sabi ko nga sa pastor natin ng dati, hindi ko alam ate, si Pastor Aaron, sabi ko, hindi ko po alam ate na kung mabibreak ako dito or it will make me, And siguro napapasalamat ako na it broke me. Kasi kung kinaya ko, hindi na ako mag-rely kay God, kaya ko pala . So, mas maganda pala na mag-rely ka sa Panginoon. Eventually, nagigas ko lahat ng mga nangyayari. And I came to a conclusion din na mag-trust na lang sa Panginoon. Kahit hindi ko maintindihan lahat ng nangyayari. Ayan, medyo nakarelate ako dun, Kuya, sa story mo.
Actually, ganun din yung story ko siguro. Kasi even when I was so passionate for the Lord, college days, and I really found itong group of people who are really so passionate in prayer, They're so bold, di ba? So, I lost my dad during that time.
Mm.
In the moment that I thought that I had found what genuine faith looks like. Kasi nagkaroon siya ng sakit. It was an autoimmune disorder. And it slowly kinain yung muscles niya sa katawan niya. And even though we prayed, nag-pray kami, fast for healing, and then nagkaroon ng surgery para may tanggalin na tumor sa chest niya. But after that, he did not survive. And talagang that experience also changed me. No? Kasi after all this time, my thinking was that ganun din, parang mga promises ng Lord that He would take care of us, that He would save us, di ba? The God of the Bible, the God who speaks through His Word. And siguro it took me a long time to figure out na it didn't have anything to do with God, yung death ng dad ko. It's just the way our world is. It's just the fallen state of our world.
Yep.
Ganun talaga, no? May sakit talaga, meron talagang, all the bad things that we see, accidents happen, mistakes happen. It's just the way that the world is. And once we realize yung reality na meron na hinaharap natin, the more we see that we need the Lord. Kasi in the end, siya lang yung pag-asa talaga natin. And I say this not because hindi nagbago yung situation or that I have realized bakit namatay yung father ko. No, I'm saying that I do not have the answers. And what faith means is that stepping outside of that need to answer your logical questions or yung hurt na nararamdaman mo, and face the reality that the Lord is in control of our lives. The Lord has great things in store for us, no matter how dark the situation is. May plano ang Panginoon. And I will never know why my dad was taken at such, let's say, 50, I think he was 52 years old. Marami pa siyang gustong gawin. I will never know the answer to those questions. But I know na may plano din ang Lord sa buhay ko. I cannot get stuck to that loop of asking these questions. Kasi it's towards me. It's for my own benefit. Who can know? Di ba? Walang makakaalam nun. Diba? Nobody will be able to answer such questions. But there is God, there's Jesus, who can give us hope para sa buhay natin.
Yes.
Who can bring us hope and who can lead us into yung purpose natin sa buhay. Kasi, to be honest, without purpose, without direction sa mga buhay natin, our default mode, yung mga reaction natin, our choices, is always to answer or to try to figure out why. Why is this happening to me? Why am I in a state of tragedy? Bakit mahirap ako? Bakit wala akong trabaho? Bakit ganito ako? It's to answer yun eh. So, but if we find the purpose of our lives, why are we here? Kung ano yung promises ng Lord sa life natin, it changes the way that we live our lives. And that's faith. Faith is surrendering our own beliefs, our own needs, our own, let's say, need to answer such questions and trust in God. Who knows what He's doing? Diba? Ganun.
Pero alam natin, kabubuti natin.
Yeah.
Kasi parang napansin ko din na kung kung kailangan mo malaman lahat ng bagay na nangyayari, you're becoming your own God.
Exactly.
Gusto ko malaman to, bakit nangyari to. Gusto ko, I'm always in control. Pero the reality is, hindi tayo may hawak sa buhay na.
Exactly.
Siguro ako, while Kuya Josh was sharing, nakita ko na-realize ko na even though your parents were pastors, faith is a decision that you
Yeah.
make for yourself.
Yes.
Like faith wasn't inherited.
Yes.
Just because your parents were pastors doesn't mean na, okay, I share the same faith.
Yeah.
Kasi sabi nyo, when you were younger, you were questioning God. Bakit ganito? Bakit hindi ideal yung life ko?
Mm.
But then, you also mentioned that when you were in college, that's when you parang nakasama ka sa isang group na merong genuine faith. So, when your father died, parang mas okay yung state ng heart na masakit siya, pero you have this trust na I don't have to know the answers. And parang nakita ko na dun sa point na yun, you made a decision na yung faith na itinuro ng parents nyo sa inyo, parang yun din yung pinipili. So, wala lang po, nakakatuwa lang kasi yung faith, it really became real in you. And gusto ko sana itanong kanina na what was your life like? Pero since na-mention nyo na, so I think this question is for Eric. Kasi na-share na ni Kuya Josh yung kanyang younger days. So I'd like to ask Eric, what does your life look like? I mean, in the general sense, faith is a firm belief of something, di ba? Even when there's no proof, based on what you guys shared. And whether we like it or not, lahat ng tao may faith,
Mm-mm.
di ba? It's just that saan naka-anchor yung
Yeah.
faith natin.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
kanina
So,
sinashare nyo na si Kuya Josh, his faith was anchored in the Lord. Diba? So, gusto ko namang malaman yung kwento ni Eric. So, before your faith was anchored in the Lord, what does your faith look like? Where was it anchored?
Lumaki ako na na hindi naman priority yung faith. Kumbaga, sa bahay namin, though once in a while, nagsisimba kami. Pero, yun, for the sake ng birthday ko lang, ano mo yun?
Occasional lang siya.
Occasional lang.
Once a year.
So, hindi namin priority yung faith. And ako, ang mas priority ko is nga, paglalaro, pagbabasketball, kahit nga yung pag-aaral, hindi ko rin priority. Yun yung totoo. Sobrang mahihain ako noon and napasok lang ako for the sake of attendance. And yun nga, hindi ako lumaki na may faith. Actually, college na ako nakakilala sa Panginoon. Talagang mas nakilala ko siya. And during those times ng bata, habang lumalaki ako, hindi ako interested na mag-church. Wala din naman nag-invite sa akin na sa Christian church. Wala nag-invite sa akin.
Wala ba nag-invite sa'yo?
Nung habang lumalaki ako. College
talaga nagkaroon.
College na kasi ako na-invite eh. And nung college, dahil may crush ako sa church,
Ay.
pumunta ako doon and tinaray ko lang, pero hindi ko priority yung yung church na yun. Iba yung agenda ko. Iba yung
Si crush ang agenda.
And eventually, parang unti-unti pumapasok yung word ni God sa life ko. Then unti-unti nagkakaroon na pala ako ng faith. Na every time may pinagdadaanan ako, sa kanya ako tumatawag. Jesus na okay, meron na pala akong faith.
Hindi mo na na-realize pero yun na pala nabibuild yung faith mo.
Additional stories, puro kalokohan din ako nung college times. So kayo, dahil kilala nyo ako, alam niyo yung stories ko, di ba?
Hindi nila alam.
Sobrang bait ko po nung college.
For the record, sobrang bait po ni
Ayun po, yun puro siguro yung picture na walang faith. Yun nga yung sinasabi ni Kuya Josh na default ng isang tao na talagang makasalanan tayo. Yun yung nature ng natin yung mga tao na normal na lang sa atin magkasala kapag wala tayong faith, wala tayong fear of the Lord. Parang ang saya-saya magkasala kasi satisfying siya sa flesh.
Okay. Yun ang
Ayun yun eh. Pero pag once para nagkaroon ka na ng faith, nagkakaroon ka na ng ng consciousness na kailangan ma-please ko si God. Kailangan kahit pa paano i-try dahil sa grace niya, malalagpasan mo yung mga sin na yun. And unti-unti, dati lakas ko mag-inom no college days. Tapos yan, yung womanizing, napunta rin ako dyan. And bulak-bulak ako nung college. Sobrang bait ko, di ba?
Sobra.
Diba? And by the grace of God, gumamit siya ng tao para mapunta ako sa church. Mapunta ako sa...
Amen.
Yung magkaroon ako ng faith. And sobrang thankful ako dun sa church na inatenan ko ngayon. And sa taong naging key para makakilala. And I believe that's the work of God in my life.
Amen. Amen.
Na no regret. Wala na akong regret ngayon na iniwan ko yung dati kong life. At pinili ko to, yung landas na to, na mag-serve sa Panginoon. Dito ko na rin nakilala yung wife ko. At dito na rin ako nagkaanak. Dito na rin ako. And ngayon, faithfully nag-attend kami ng church as family. Ang saya pala ng ganito.
Oo. And just to add sa mga regulars natin, so pag nakikita ko sila every Sunday, talagang family sila na on a mission. Parang nakikita ko yung gano'n na kasama yung asawa mo, kasama mo yung anak mo. Sa mga events sa church, talagang kasama mo sila. Nakakatuwa lang. Sige. Ako naman magtatanong sa next question natin. Ang ganda ng faith in real life. Pero paano kayo nakakome up with this name ng podcast natin, Faith in Real Life or Faith IRL? So sa lahat ng mga pwede maging possibilities ng pangalan ng podcast, bakit yun?
Sige, sagutin ko.
Sige.
So, actually, katotohanan dyan is nagbotohan. may team kasi tayo. So, hindi lang po to about me. Meron po kami team dito sa Faith in Real Life.
Mm-hmm.
And nag-iisip kami ng name, ano bang name na dami namin name na pinagpipilian. Then, nag-come up kami nagbotohan kami at ang nanalo is yung Faith in Real Life. And I believe hindi naman accident yun. Na nanalo siya. Kasi yung faith nga naman talaga is hindi lang siya yung word eh. Kumbaga, talagang na-apply mo to sa pang-araw-araw na buhay. And maraming taong makaka-relate. Sa pangalan pa lang, marami na makaka-relate, di ba? Faith in real life. Kasi yun nga, yung faith na ma-apply mo sa pang-araw-araw. Yun talaga yung pinaka goal ng ating podcast. And sa podcast na to, mag-invite tayo ng mga guests, mga tao na mag-share din ng stories nila.
Yun ang excited ako na marinig din.
Yeah. Siguro madadagdag ko lang doon. Ang isa sa mga gusto nating gawin in this podcast is to explore what does authentic faith, what does genuine faith look like in the lives of ordinary people. People na we see every day. Ano yung itsura nila? How does it look like on a daily basis? And hopefully we'll be able to invite people who by the grace of God ay talagang base sa mga experiences nila and stories nila and testimonies. What's it like to live out yung genuine faith nila? And yung itsura on a daily basis. How does it look like when you discipline your kids? Di ba? Paano ka mag-relate? How does it look like? How does faith look like when you're in the middle of a tragedy? Di ba? Like you lose a loved one, or you lose your job, for example. So we want to explore these stories, and through these stories, hopefully we'll be able to encourage others, and also to invite people na talagang silipin din natin yung sarili natin, do an introspection and see is that ano yung faith, di ba? The faith that I am living out, that I am confessing in front of people, is it the same genuine faith? Is it the kind of faith na nakikita natin na sinasabi ni Jesus sa Bible? So, yun. those are the things that we want to talk about. And really, siguro, if possible, no, go to the nitty-gritty details ng mga stories, di ba? That people can identify with.
Ah.
Ayun.
Minsan kasi iba parang, since tayo, Christians naman tayo, but people na hindi pa in-accept ni Christ, ang expectation sa atin is yun nga yun, di ba? Puro victories ang nakikita sa atin, yung mga triumph mo sa buhay na tinawid ka ni Panginoon sa ganito. Pero they don't see yung during nasa valley ka eh. Hindi masyadong napag-uusapan yung ganun. Nakikita lang yung testimonies. Pero yung endurance na yung in itself, di ba? Parang testimony na rin yun kasi na-endure mo yung ganun mga pinagdaanan mo. So, I'm excited din na marinig yung mga ganung klaseng stories.
I have a question. Kasi kanina nung nag-share si Eric, sabi niya hindi siya lumaki na priority ang faith. Tapos wala rin daw nag-invite sa kanya. And even though nag-a-attend na siya ng church, may part pa rin sa kanya na hindi pa rin yun yung priority niya. So parang siguro yung feeling na yung faith, ano ba yung faith? Hindi naman yan para sa akin. So there might be people watching na pwede rin nilang sabihin na baka hindi rin para sa akin. So, ano yung pwede mong ma-share sa viewers natin na about it, na nag-iisip na siguro hindi para sa akin yung faith?
Once in a while, nag-church ako. Pero yung heart ko, wala naman doon. And many people, may mga ganun ding struggle talaga na maybe hindi nila priority yung faith sa ngayong panahon. Kasi komportable sila sa buhay nila. Maganda yung buhay nila. Pero ako kasi, ginamit ni Lord yung situation na broken ako. Yung father ko, nagkaroon siya ng kabit during that time. Yun yung tragedy ng life ko. Then, finances, muntik na ako hindi makagraduate. And may girlfriend ako that time, hindi rin okay yung relationship namin. And during those times, ginamit ng Lord yun to break me, yung kung sino ako. And doon siya pumasok. And may nag-invite sa akin, then umattend ako. And sa mga, yun nga, mga viewers natin ngayon, sa nakakapanood nito, darating yung moment na siguro wag na nating hintayin dumating yung moment na ma-break tayo. Kung meron pagkakataon na may taong nag-invite sa'yo ngayon na attend ka ng church, try mo. Kasi wala namang mawawala sa'yo. Actually, madadagdagan mo pa. At nakikita mo kung ano talaga yung purpose ng buhay. At yung life ko, testimony din na yun nga, from darkness to light. Na yung ginagalawan ko dati is talagang darkness yun. Pero dahil tinaray ko, sinubukan ko na i-accept yung invitation sa akin na umattend sa church. And then eventually, okay, ito pala yun. Ito pala yung tunay na buhay na dapat nararanasan ng maraming tao. Yan.
Gusto ko yung sinabi mo, bro, kasi parang pag tinignan natin from an outsider's perspective, pag buhay Kristiyano, ang daming restrictions. Ay, bawal yung ganito, bawal yung ganyan. Pero sa totoo talaga, no, it's freedom talaga eh. Yung maramdaman mo, doon matutunan yung ano ba talaga yung purpose ng life. No? Na malaman mo na may calling ka, may plano pala sa Panginoon. I-try nyo. Ito yung sasabihin ko, so, same with Eric. I-try nyo din. Eventually, di ba, huwag na hintayin sabi nga ni Brother. Pero, ayun, it's, freedom talaga. May freedom sa Panginoon. Since medyo na napag-usapan na natin yung yung faith, anong pang ibig sabihin ng faith sa inyo individually. Siguro start ko nang i-land yung plane. So, madami pa tayong ini-expect na hindi lang to one time big time. So, Eric and Pastor Josh, ano pa yung ini-expect ng viewers dito sa podcast na to? Siguro ikaw muna, bro.
So mag-i-invite tayo ng mga iba't ibang tao dito sa podcast natin na mag-share ng kanilang stories and mga topics na pwede natin pag-usapan. And hopefully mapanood nyo at ma-encourage kayo sa mga susunod pang podcast.
Yeah. bilang isang podcast, no? We can talk about anything. We can talk about the current state of the world, yung mga nagte-trend in social media, AI, for example, ano bang lugar ng AI sa faith natin as Christians, di ba? Where does that put us? But more importantly, yung bottom line talaga is to really see and witness and be inspired by the stories of people na talagang they are living out that genuine faith in their lives. Diba? Their trust in the Lord, yung mga pinagdaanan nila. Kasi I believe all of us would go through the same things and we would be able to identify with each other. But the difference is kanino ka kanino ka who's backing you up kumbaga. So I think we want to our viewers, our listeners, to really see or makita yung sarili nila in these stories,
Relate sila.
right? So siguro yun. And I look forward to that also. I also want to listen to people's stories.
Exciting.
Kasi one of the things that I learned is that bilang Kristiyano, as a follower of God, this is not a single or iisang, kumbaga parang nag-iisa ka sa buhay. No? It's a personal commitment. It's a personal choice to follow God, but it's not a single walk or sabi natin parang nag-iisa ka sa journey. You actually need a community. You need a community of believers whom you will be able to journey with, to hear their stories, to share your own stories, para makapag-encourage sa bawat isa and matulungan ng bawat isa. Even if the situation, sabi nga natin kanina, di ba, is completely different. But hearing the stories that God is at work in the lives of people, that really inspires us, that gives us endurance and the strength and the hope that we need to continue following Jesus, to know Him and His purposes and plans in our lives. Ayun.
Thank you. Thank you po Kuya Josh and Brother Eric.
Thank you, thank you.
So yun nga. So this is our pilot episode and masaya ako na madami akong natutunan sa mga guests natin ngayon, no. Ikaw Marley, may masasabi ka ba before we end?
So, I really loved our discussion and siguro nakarelate lang ako kay Kuya Josh kanina. Kasi kung itatanong ko sa sarili ko yung supposedly question ko na what did I believe in before I had faith in the Lord? Actually, hindi ko alam. Kasi I grew up in a Christian community. So, I attended a Christian school since kindergarten hanggang high school. So, all what I was taught about was the Lord. So, hindi ko alam kung ano yung belief ko before that. So, kaya yun sana yung itatanong ko sa inyo. And then, mas na-realize ko lang siguro na growing up or knowing God early in your life doesn't really anchor your faith in Him. Kasi, for example, sa akin, nag-attend ako ng Christian school. But just because I attended a Christian school doesn't guarantee na I will walk in this faith. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng graduate sa school na pinanggalingan ko, they continued walking in the Lord. So, nakita ko yung importance din talaga na faith is really a decision that you make for yourself. It's something that nobody can decide para sa'yo on your behalf.
Yeah.
It's just you. Parang your faith is your own decision. Nobody can decide your faith for you or on your behalf.
Parang sa stories natin, no, si Kuya Josh, sa bata pa lang siya, nasa Christian life siya, tapos ikaw nasa Christian school. There will come a time na matetest yung faith talaga. Matetest siya kung ano pa talaga yung itsura niya kapag natest siya. And I believe yung sa mga stories nyo, na doon talaga lalabas yung genuine faith. Because doon lalabas kung saan ka talaga nakakapit. Saan ka talaga naka-act. And yun, siguro more of that coming soon, no? Hindi naman to yung huli. That's it for our first episode. So salamat ulit Pastor George and Eric for your for blessing us with your presence today. Ang dami namin natuwa kami sa mga
Learned
stories.
so much.
Madaming hopefully malaman nila no way brother. Pero thank you for watching us, and remember, faith is real, faith is everyday, faith is life. Bye-bye.
Bye.